I need to do a style where my hair don't be in my way. I can just. Blessed be Ahio, my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy set apart name. In Yeshua, the true and living word, we shall be confident. And in Yeshua, the true and living word, the Father shall be glorified. Bear with me, family. Um, there was something I needed to mention. I forgot to mention last night after a long, relaxing day of just. I woke up really early. It's just a chill day for me, you know. After the whole situation with Ahmad, you know, I just really had this case has really had a large impact on the reality of the evil and the sin in this nation, the nation of Esau. Not forgetting that Jacob and Esau, we are two different nations, and there's several other nations in the United States of America. Okay, and so I wanted to give that information that I said I mentioned I was gonna do yesterday for Kyle Rittenhouse, and also did some further video searching concerning, you know, mod things that I just want to discuss. It may be a case study of us using the McGregors, you know, as a discussion for a while because um just found out also that Shalom sis, welcome. Happy. I hope your preparation day was wonderful. I straight up avoided going out there amongst those crazies. I said, you know what? There's anything I don't have. Matter of fact, I waited till the sun went down, like almost went down, to get it when I figured most of the cells would be off and people will be in their homes. So, you know, because I was like, I don't really feel like being out there today. I was just not in the mood, and so I thought I was just sitting here, you know, having a little good read, got my little relaxing music going, and I said, I'm gonna come up here and share some stuff that I found out because I found out that the first district attorney that denied the case and said that it was legal. Yeah, sis, I feel you. You know, that first prosecutor, she said that the one that said was no case, it was perfectly neat. She just threw it out. Well, she's coming up, I believe, on trial, whatever, or to be investigated in February. And so I what I noticed this morning too was when you look at different video footage from it says body cam, there's a number that's given there. So I said, oh, there it goes. I can find out which officer that was, who was this female, um, who, you know, because I was looking at her tattoo. I was just looking up, you know, racist tattoos, and I seen one tattoo that it had like an eagle on this type of stick thing, and it had different points. You would have thought at first it would give you the glimpse of or the impression of a compass, right? Because that's kind of what hers was. I'm not sure what that symbol represents. It reminds me of the football team, the Saints. So we'll have to look up the Saints history and their emblem. But there's this one here that's like a sword with an eagle on top, and that square, you know, that gee, that Hitler, that Nazi, that one X thing. It's like two S. It's like basically a serpent on another serpent, if that makes any sense. It's like that. I'd like to show y'all what I'm gonna keep searching. And while the father knew it would probably be a deep search for me finding that, he showed me how on the videos when you see a body cam, that number up there is either the body cam number of the officer. So I'm gonna try to see if I can contact her that way. But anywho, it's coming back on here to show you guys this link of an information that I have concerning the Kyle Rittenhouse thing. Now I'm gonna keep it real with you all. During the whole situation, the trial and all that, I didn't feel a bit inkling of to be concerned, even when it was like protests. At first, I was out protests, but it didn't mention Black Lives Matter protests. And even then, I would have been okay if it was really him doing something to our people. it would have gotten my attention. The Father would have had me drawn to it. But for some reason, I just didn't feel drawn to it. And I'm getting ready to show y'all another reason why, confirmation wise, I wasn't. So I'm just want to let it be known to YouTube. They have an issue with me sharing this. It's not my problem. You know, I'm just sharing it. Okay. This is a public forum where I have the right to share information. We know that they're changing their little, you know, regulations and things of such, but I'm in my Father and he changes not. So that's where I'm at. Wait. Hold on, y'all. Let me find this. And then the other situation with the you got to be able to discern, or I'm sure we are able to see when there's certain things that the media presents to us that we can just at this point, Holy Spirit lets us know it's not real news. Like the whole Christmas parade situation with a car riding through there. For at first, tell me if this isn't suspicious. They have the suspect. They have a suspect, right? They have the suspect in custody. If they have a suspect in custody, whenever it comes to our people, they don't hesitate to put their pictures on there, right? Where's that at? And shortly after they showed, it was a whole day where they just got the suspect. They said it's a suspect. The next thing you know, it was a whole, I think it was a black man that was possibly supposed to be the suspect that they found. Let me type in. That they found that was supposed to be the one that did what was the suspect. They probably supposedly did this whole situation, right? But the man looked like he was homeless. And I'm thinking, I wonder if they would just snatch a homeless man off the street. You think that's something? Hold on. Let me type this in so I can get straight to the punch because I don't got time. I'm not in the mood for the nonsense. I about had enough. And we're going to talk about a few things tonight, this evening. So here I'm going to share with you all, okay, the Kyle Rittenhouse green screen malfunction, okay? It says Kyle is actually a crisis actor, baby Noah from the Sandy Hook Elementary. I know, family, this is getting on my last nerve. Like, it's how much more? Let me turn this off. Bring down my spring resolution. And we're going to make it widescreen. Okay, boom. Yeah.
When I was in psychological operations in the Army in 2003, it was illegal to run psychological operations on the American people. Well, Obama changed that in 2014. Now it's perfectly legal to run PSYOP on the American people. You are living in a multifaceted psychological operations exercise on every front.
Tell me this dude's foot didn't just disappear on the Rittenhouse trial.
I need you to see this.
Gone. Plus the audience isn't hardly moving at all. It looks like a recording on loop. Like they're barely moving. They all look dead. And then I see this dude's foot disappear. Here it is again. That's a green screen, bro. Here's the video slowed down. It looks like there's something blocking his foot. This is all a circus. It's just meant to distract you. Can't believe anything you hear anymore, man.
I'm going to tell you why there's all these distractions. We're going to go to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. I'm not even like at a point to raise my voice. Like I'm not feeling it today. I'm just fed up with Esau. Seriously. So the lady stated when she was in the Army, it was against the law to run a psychological psyops on the American people. When Obama came into office, he passed and changed that law. Okay. And notice he was a distraction. His outward appearance was a distraction to our people, and the other people, which were Esau, was the focus on he's a black man, and our people was happy he's a black man. And while everybody's worrying about what color he is, meanwhile, he's passing things behind the scene, getting guillotines and passing gay rights and, crying over little elementary school kids. Shalom, my beloved Sister Sequoia. I pray that your preparation in your day and the ending of this week was swell for you and wonderful. Welcome to have you. We're going to be talking about a few things today. I just shared a link that showed how during the trial of the Kyle Rittenhouse, it was basically a green screen. It was basically a whole psychological psyops. In other words, plainly to put it, a distraction. People need to be working. And what's the distraction? What's the main focus behind this? It's basically gun control. Not that I give a John Brown, because rather you take a guns or you allow guns don't manipulate my life. Because see, my people are being shot down by them. But here's the catch here. The reason why they want to control the gun usage is because there's going to be those real bullies who have guns in their possession that are going to be enforcing people, leading sheep to the slaughter and things of the such. So they don't want anyone trying to get any radical ideas, trying to defend themselves, or, have their own little, groups or compounds of, rebels and whatever you want to call that. The children and I were just reading yesterday of First Maccabees chapter 1, which we've read it before, concerning the history of Alexander the Worst and those of his like under him when he passed away, to enforce. And if you have not read the book of Maccabees, I encourage you to read it. It is an important read. You see, that's where you get the understanding of how the Greeks conquered our people, and when they were defiling the sanctuary, Jerusalem, and the abomination of desolation is also mentioned there. There's not one abomination of desolation. Okay. The abomination of desolation is when the abominable acts cause our people to be desolate from the conquering or overruling or just laws being passed that are not in order with the Creator, Heavenly Father. All right. So we're going to go to 2 Thessalonians. I'm going to tell you why. The word is going to tell you why Esau is ramping up to bring this one world order, which is religion. And it's, they say new world, one world. Basically, it's the Babylonian world, the world of sin, the world of Esau's order. Okay. It's Esau wants to enforce his order, which is chaos on the masses of people. Okay. So we're going to read. I'm almost there. Just turned this to the brand new Bible, so bear with me. A lot of our other ones are getting tore up. Second Thessalonians. Chapter 2, verses 3 to 10, all right? Okay. Let's start. So it says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." So when we were asleep as a people, the people of Jacob, okay, the 12 tribes, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, known by the masses today. When we were asleep, there wasn't an end because Esau, the man of sin, was not revealed. Okay. When the man of sin began to be revealed, how was he being revealed? Which means that sleep, that slumber was falling off of us. Okay. We were coming out of that slumber. The Holy Spirit was putting his spirit upon us. And then we begin to prophesy and we begin to see the truth. When we, the children of Jacob, that hungry lion begin to rouse up, then Esau wants the circus and the skid is up now. It's time to revamp and say that it's time for order. Now I need to enforce because they see me. In the meantime of me planning my order, enforcing my order, what I'm going to do is cast a couple distractions out there. But at the end of the day, the Bible already lets us know what it's going to be concerning the beginning. There is actually no new news. It's nothing new. It's not a new order. What's unfortunate is that there are a lot of people that I just saw on YouTube, it showed Hollywood's reaction to the Kyle Rittenhouse. Now I'm going to play some more of it because notice it said that Kyle Rittenhouse is actually a Sandy Hook baby. He's one of the babies that was supposedly killed in the Sandy Hook Elementary, or shot rather, right? Notice they gave Hollywood's reaction to the Kyle Rittenhouse, but you're not hearing about Hollywood's reaction. I mean, people are going to submit their own concerning the Ahmaud Arbery case. But when the trial was going on and there were, Reverend Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson at the courthouse, at the hearing, you had someone complaining about their appearance. Now, this is Esau, okay? This is Esau. Esau is the kind of man, as it was prophesied, that he shall live by the gun, right? Or live by the sword, conquer by the sword. His sword is not just a sword, but it's also, as Edward Boulevard Lippin said, the pen is mightier than the sword. So his new pen is now, his new weapon and tool of destruction is the pen. If he could rearrange and change things, and then we went from the pen to a screen. So now the screen is his new tool of pen. I can make something look like, perceive that it is. I can tell you a lie and you're going to believe me. It's like an Alice in the Wonderland type thing. Let us finish the rest of the video and, go on from there. All right. So again, I'm sharing a link with you all that could possibly be another strike for me on YouTube. So if you don't hear from me, you know what it is. Zebediah has another account. We'll see if we can do something on that. Have a backup.
Everything.
Hold up.
This all sounds a little far-fetched. We were, some people said, the CIA's answer to Q in the James Bond movies. We had disguise officers,
just listen.
Forensics folks. We were a big cluster of technical capability that could handle just about any kind of operation that you could imagine. My husband was Tony Mendez, and he was played by Ben Affleck in the movie called Argo. To the tradespeople out in LA that did a lot of things we were interested in doing. Special effects people, makeup people. Tony was chief of disguise 10 years before I was chief of disguise. And so he passed on some of his expertise to me. So we went to LA and we posed some questions to them. We said, we have a problem. We're looking for novel solutions. What have you got? Can you help us? We need to hide the true identity of our officers. They introduced us to a new concept. They said, what you are calling an operation, we call it performance. That's
Boom. They said, what you call an operation, we call performance. Let's have a show. They love sport. In other words, this is a sport to them. Like I said, they went from conquering with the sword, then with the pen, scribes. You can change what is written. Then from the pen and books to screen. Just imagine how much screen time an average person has a day. And how much manipulation is put within that screen time. You see stuff like on TikTok with people, like filters, like nowadays, you could be thinking you're looking at a woman and it's actually a man, or you think you're looking at a man, but it's actually a woman. Or they could get food and make you think that you're eating chicken, but it's really not chicken. The more and more because I was just watching, I don't know if it was in this video or another video that talked about how the COVID came about, and it stated that they took, I think, animal DNA and mixed it with human. Remember when in the days of Noah, when the creator destroyed all the animals except for those that were spared by the ark. Now you see why certain animals were destroyed, because this kind of mixing and nonsense was going on then. And as the days of Noah, so shall it be when the Son of the Most High comes. And then you're hearing reports of animals getting COVID. It's like they're experimenting. They're taking their level of evil into another realm. I'm going to finish the clip.
What we do, we put on performances. And before we start working on that performance,
Shalom, Bonita Murray.
We have to define the stage that the performance is going to take place on. Then you have to know who your audience is. Who are you playing to? Who are you trying to fool?
Who you trying to fool? So basically, if I'm trying to fool a bunch of the children of Judah, I need to put on a nice little skit. Like, let me give you an example of the nonsense I'm tired that the children of Jacob, specifically Judah, is entertained by. These, what do you call those? False narratives of what our culture, or what our history is. In other words, the Black Panther, or Coming to America, giving you lands that's made up. You know what I'm saying? Let us think that the only thing we'll ever have of greatness is behind a screen. Now fantasizing, and then we'll have our white men, our producers or whatever, they'll give you what they feel that you think your greatness is, and then back to reality, it's not the case. But the greatness of our history, which is according to scripture, you don't need to identify with that. You're now barking as a cult member if you do that. Yep, you're barking on my rights. That's terrorism. If you want to identify, if you pay attention to the first Coming to America, when before Sexual Chocolate got on the stage, the man who was a hot ratchet site preacher who was just a mess. Time I turned around from one time. Well, on the back of the daggone stage, there was a banner that said Black Awareness Week or Month. Black Awareness. Now, it didn't say Black History Month. It said Black Awareness. But of course, nobody would see that banner because they're busy looking at the women as though they're supposed to be always the daughters of Zion, as if they're advertised as whores. And it's a joke. He passing they're passing the Afrin basket round for donations, rather, and he puts a chicken bone in there. He's like, I thought it was a trash can. Making a mockery of him eating chicken in the church or whatever, the community youth center, where they were supposed to be making having a little campaign gathering for children parks or whatever. And Eddie Murphy was behind this. And Eddie Murphy is the same man, though he wants to play in Coming to Americas and Coming to America 2. He's married to a Caucasian woman. I mean, she's a Caucasian woman. So when they want to get somebody, hey, we need to fool your people. You mind giving us some tips and tricks on how we can fool your people? Meanwhile, you think you're just telling us about how to do a movie skit, but meanwhile, we're taking notes on how to really put a psyop on y'all. They've been studying us from the times of slavery. Or even when they were sending out spies, into our lands before, however, when they came to capture us. Because remember, he's a crafty hunter. I wonder how long he would stare at his prey before he prowls on them. So when we think that, for all those ignorant ones that are still sleeping, you think that you're free as an American citizen and you really got rights? If anything you say as rights is what your master gave you. And as long as you still say, these are my rights, you still make him your God. You still make him your master. But if you come over to the covenant, not as a color of black, let's talk about that. People talk about, we want justice. We want to be equal. We are black. People identify as black. When you stand on those terms as your empowerment, or your stance, a foundation of who you are as your substance, they don't have to respect you, because Esau knows that Jacob is a spiritual man according to the covenant, and he has the Most High on his side as long as he stands in his word. But if he doesn't, he stands alone and he's counted as nothing. So this is why they put 3/5 as a human being. Because at their tables, it's a nation communication. Nobody else is identified by color, not even Esau. Now he's typically known as a white man, but they really are Caucasians that actually have, it's like when you think about America, what is the image that comes to your mind? Red, white, and blue. You go to like a different little place in the world and you press on different musics, it's going to give you country music. It's going to give you a man on a horse with a cowboy hat. It's going to give you Esau. So Esau basically is the face and the image of the country of America, the corporation, United States of America. So for our people who are a nation, as it is mentioned in the word, Genesis 25, that we shall be separated, but yet here we're brought here by punishment of the Most High under the hand of our oppressive brother Esau. Moments later, they went from conquering us by the sword to then using the pen to conquer us and say, now I'm going to give you identity. I'm going to give you a way of I'm going to give you what you think you have the rights to, what you don't have a rights to, what you have a rights to. And then when it comes to entertaining world, in every avenue you turn, I'm going to deceive you. You will not find truth. I want to make sure that even if you're going to watch a movie, even if you're going to a drive-through, get something to eat, no matter where you go, I need the mockery of you, the byword of you, to be exalted as my banner, my taunting of you, and my greatness, my false greatness to be expressed, displayed. And then all the other nations that come here can see you're the bottom, I'm the great, who they're going to listen to, who they're going to assimilate, who they're going to believe, whose side they're going to be on. When Jacob, it looks like we're by ourselves, looks like we have no offense for us. We're not going to have a defense that comes from our oppressors. Our defense comes from the Creator. Because we're a people he called unto himself. So here it is, this woman who her husband was, acting in Hollywood, helping people disguise. And they say, we have a problem. We're trying to help disguise our officers. And they say, oh man, it's nothing. We do this for performing. I mean, we do this. This is a performance to us. Y'all call operation.
That they used. The one that really caught our eye is what's called a stunt double mask. You all know how they're used. So we went back to our disguise labs out at Langley, and we invented a whole new genre of masks. Masks that are so good, that are so realistic, that you can actually get up close and have a personal contact with someone for an extended period of time.
And guess what? Joe Biden and them be wearing them. I saw one picture where Biden had a little flap right here. Forgot to lay the makeup. Boo. You forgot to tap some foundation over there. Snip, snip.
They're good enough that you can brief the President of the United States in the Oval Office wearing masks. Those masks were the
Notice she mentioned the president.
Generation of work that we did at the CIA. Then we discovered we could make a twin. We could make another you. There could be two of you. And I can.
Boom! She just said something right there. So when you think you listen, so if the world, I'll say, wait, they present you a clown, a caricature. Example, Kanye West. We don't know where the real Kanye West is. They could be in some prison for all we know. But the character after they've gotten the real character to put in their hard work, put in their skill, lay the foundation, they lock this person up who will not fit their agenda. And boom, they got a lookalike clone out here that's going to finish out them and do exactly according to the agenda. Because you'll be thinking like I just found out today that Lauryn Hill had a whole song or has something going on with the Lil Nas X character. And I'm thinking to myself, well, what would possess her to do something like that after her one album she had? Sounded like she was woke and like she was. But I saw this video or movie, in a movie, I think it was called The Best of Enemies. And it was a homeless man who was basically, being pursued by this Caucasian lady, that Edomite lady who was working with the homeless shelter. And she just wanted to, she had a dream about him. Oh, that's right. What was it called? I got you some raviolis too. Can you turn that heater off? It's burning me up. Bottom line, the man said, when you become precious to the Most High, you become top priority to Satan. So what does that tell us? We are the children. We're the apple of the Most High's eye. So why do you think? I need people to hear me. If you're trying to figure out why our people get shot down, it's not nobody's color of the skin. It's not. Okay? It's not. Because there are other melanated people out here that are not being treated the way we're being treated. They're not suffering the way we're suffering. So if ever you want to know who the chosen people are, you got to follow. You got to look for the most oppressed, the most forgotten, trodden, the pride. Any people that suffer those things, you got his people. There it is. Don't even think twice about it. Whoever's in rulership now is the Gentile. And the holy city shall be trampled on the foot until the times of the Gentiles come to the end. So it means the Gentiles' time is going to be active while his people are being trodden. You want to know where the real Jerusalem is? Every ghetto, every hood. That's the Jerusalem, because that's where the real Jews dwell. The real Jews are your Negroes. You understand? So she just said that we can make 2 yous. So we can have you locked up somewhere and another you looking like you out here doing things that you would not do and you would not agree to and you would not subscribe to, so that we can assassinate you, and then you will not be able to ever come back to the society or to the world, because we've already destroyed you by your clone. If we have been killed you, we could try to still make a profit off of you by your clone. And this is a great performance. This is the performance of deception, the great deceivers, which is Esau, the daggone devil. Yes, the Bible speaks of. Let's play some more.
These stories, because this information is no longer classified. Although that cat and mouse game goes on, it's not over. You might also ask me, well, then what are they doing if they're not doing this? And I would have to tell you that I can't tell you.
They made a whole woman a man.
Because if I did, I'd have to kill you.
I have always been of the view that the tax policy is not about punishing people. It's about giving everybody a shot.
Look at that. Look at that neck. Look at that neck. Look at that neck. Look at that neck.
So when I call for
Mask or no?
there's overwhelming evidence now that the idea that the capital gains tax is promoting...
What's that geezer? Mask or no? Okay, I don't know what she's doing, but hold up. Excuse me, ma'am. That's inappropriate. We ain't trying to be seeing all that. We got pure eyes over here. We're gonna guard our gates. When I feel it's clear, I'm gonna look. I'm good. She probably gonna put on something like a strap. I ain't got time. Hold the phone, family. I think when that music's done, I'll click over, because I don't got time. I don't know what the influence of that music. Neither I'm gonna put that music down too. We ain't finna be ignorant of nothing. Turn that music down. As far as I'm concerned, because we know the enemy is the prince of the airways. Okay. I think it's gone. Okay, all praises. All right. All right, turn the music down. So what they're showing here is just different popes and stuff like that, I guess, or cardinals, whatever those guys are that wear the red. All right, let me see if I can show you. Okay, so a pope, another pope, or a minister. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It was a whole, hold up. Let me run it back. It was a whole wide fake Trump. Lift the hood off his head. Boom. You got a whole battery. You got a whole engine. Okay, wait a minute. It took me to that nasty slut. All right, let's start here. All right. See if I can get this camera a little closer to me for the sake of showing y'all. All right. Wait a minute. Did we go past what I needed to go past? Hold up. You ain't finna play me like I'm stupid out here. Because, hold on, family. Wait a minute. All right. Okay, I'm going to just let the lady talk. She talking. Let me do a little tap. Zeba. Past this Asian demon, man. All right, pay attention. This right now really ain't important. I will definitely share the chat. If you're live with me, you're gonna catch it. If you're not gonna get it, because I'm telling you, they're not gonna post this chat up one afterwards. And if you are a person that streams and you see the choice that says make this suitable for children, you have to say no if you want a live stream to be active or something like that. I can't look, boom. Hands tapping and stuff. So when you see these when you see, oh my goodness. When you see these people that keep doing they're doing uniform hand motions, you have to wonder if it's the real person in your midst or robot. You have to wonder if a person is interviewing you, if they're real or not. You have to wonder, Wendy Williams, if they're human or not. Who moving the head? Who got the controller? Who got the remote? Blinking the eyes. Now look how he moved his head. Hold up. He did a little robotic doom for you. Y'all peep that? Boom, boom. There you go. Robot.
Optimistic we'll succeed. If not, I'd pull our troops out. If I didn't believe we had a plan for victory, I wouldn't leave our people in harm's way.
This is a PSA. You can't believe anything you see these days. These glasses aren't even real. Neither is my face. All this stuff was 3D tracked on using these.
Whoa, with that being said, isn't it quite funny with the Ahmaud Arbery case? All three of the murders didn't need no glasses on when they was acting a fool trying to see their way to a brother. But in the courtroom, they all had glasses on. And another thing, with Derek Chauvin and the little Roddy Bryant guy, whatever his name. What's with this writing stuff? What? You know what you did. You don't need to be taking nobody's notes. You know what I thought about it? It's a demon that probably got to keep. It's probably a robot demon. They probably got to keep moving so it don't shut down. Or it just, if it is them, whenever you got so many kind of demons inside you, I think exercising true self-control is hard for them. They got to write. Derek Chauvin was writing. I'm talking about like You would have thought he was a handwriter for like when the people be at the court, they type person had to write every type of it all in what's going on. You would have thought he was writing everything. You so fidgy. What you so fidgy for? Your demons?
Actually, the marker isn't real either. Neither is the background. Or my face. Have a good night.
I'm going to go ahead and share the link so that you can clearly see this for yourselves. Okay? Because if you're live, you'll be able to share it with somebody you know. If you catch this video afterwards, I want to apologize. You may not be able to share it because they are good at taking my videos down. Okay. There is the link. All right. I want y'all to go ahead and watch that for yourselves. All right. And let us chat about that. I'm going to be reading on a little bit more in my book here. If you have not gotten a book like this, you can get this off of Amazon. Okay. It's basically Esau, Edom, Rome, the hidden identity of the man of sin. Okay. And I just want you all to be motivated. And when you hear about things about the end coming and death, you shall die and all this, when you read First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 47 on down to 50, don't let that kind of stuff move you. And what I mean by move you is grasp and pull the strength. Let that our things written for our learn. Okay, baby. Our strength of our ancestors. Learn the courage. Learn the loyalty, the obedience. Understand that the brother said, "Oh, we're not going to sit here and die like our brother. We're going to fight." So those that choose, if the Father puts a warrior spirit on you to fight, you are all the righteous. Don't let somebody who is not made as a warrior make you feel that your warrior spirit is not of the Most High. Everybody can't be a warrior, and everybody cannot be those that stay at home and cook and clean and all these good old jazz things. So at the end of the day, I want y'all to enjoy that clip. Discuss that. I'm on my way. Give me a second. And then we'll try to discuss at a higher willing tomorrow on the Sabbath day. Love y'all. Shalom, shalom, peace.